Welcome to the Disney World Ultimate Trivia Quiz. We have 20 fun questions to test your knowledge about the most magical place on Earth. Are you ready? Let's go! Question 1. Which Disney World theme park opened its doors to the public first? The answer is Magic Kingdom. Fun fact, when it opened on October 1, 1971, adult admission was just $3.5, but that only got you through the gate. Rides required separate A through E tickets, with the best attractions costing 80 cents each. Riding everything costs roughly $15 on top of admission. Today, a single-day ticket can run well over $100, a nearly 2,900% increase since opening day. Question 2. Which of these structures is officially the tallest attraction at Walt Disney World? Hit. And the correct answer is Expedition Everest. Fun fact, FAA regulations require any structure over 200 feet to have a flashing red aviation light, which would shatter the illusion of a Himalayan mountain. So Disney's Imagineers built Expedition Everest to a very precise 199.5 feet, just 6 inches under the limit. The same rule applies to Tower of Terror and every other tall structure in the resort. None of them cross 200 feet, all by design. The next question is, how many mountains currently make up the Magic Kingdom mountain range? Trip. The answer is 4. Fun fact, Magic Kingdom's 4 mountains each come from a different era. Space Mountain opened in 1975, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad in 1980, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train in 2014, and Tiana's Bayou Adventure replaced Splash Mountain in 2024. Big Thunder alone required 6,500 tons of steel, 90,000 gallons of water, and 4,000 gallons of paint to build. Question 4. Who is the small purple dragon mascot found in Epcot's Imagination Pavilion? The correct answer is Figment. Figment debuted in 1983, with a name that's literally a play on a figment of your imagination. The character is described as being built from fragments the Dreamfinder collected: tiny wings, big yellow eyes, and a crocodile snout. The Sherman Brothers composed his signature song, One Little Spark. When Disney briefly removed him in a 1999 ride redesign, the fan backlash was so intense, he was brought back just 3 years later. Next question. What is the name of the massive tunnel system built beneath the Magic Kingdom? The answer is Utilidors. Florida's water table sits just inches below the surface, making real underground construction impossible. So Disney built the tunnels at ground level and raised the entire park about 14 feet on top of them, using soil excavated from what is now Seven Seas Lagoon. What guests experience as street level is actually the second floor. The Utilidors cover 9 acres and are color-coded so cast members can navigate to different lands without crossing the guest experience. Question number 6. Which of the following countries is not represented as a permanent pavilion in Epcot's World Showcase? The answer is Brazil. Fun fact, World Showcase currently features 11 countries, and Brazil has been rumored for decades to be coming soon. But it's far from the only scrap pavilion. Concepts for Spain, Israel, Iran, Equatorial Africa, and even the Soviet Union were all considered and abandoned. The last country actually added was Norway, which opened all the way back in 1988. Question number 7. Which iconic structure serves as the centerpiece and mascot of Disney's Animal Kingdom? The Tree of Life is the correct answer. Fun fact, the Tree of Life stands 145 feet tall, with 337 hand-carved animal figures and over 102,000 artificial leaves. It was built using offshore oil drilling technology, specifically 36-inch pipe and the same engineering principles as ocean rigs, to withstand hurricane-force winds. 3 Imagineers and 10 artists spent 18 months carving every animal into its concrete surface. After primatologist Jane Goodall visited, her famous chimpanzee subject David Greybeard was added to the carvings. Here comes the next question. On which Pandora, the World of Avatar attraction, do guests link with a banshee? The answer to this question is Avatar Flight of Passage. Do you know the fun fact? The motorcycle-style link chairs subtly expand and contract in a rhythmic motion to mimic the breathing of the banshee you're supposedly riding. The ride film plays in 10K resolution at 60 frames per second in stereo 3D, and the attraction was developed over 5 years with James Cameron's Lightstorm Entertainment and Weta Digital. When it opened in 2010, it instantly became the most demanded attraction in all of Animal Kingdom. Here comes question 9. What is the name of the island located in the middle of the rivers of America in Frontierland? The answer is Tom Sawyer Island. Do you know the fun fact? When Imagineer Marvin Davis struggled to create a workable layout, Walt reportedly grabbed the blueprints, took them home overnight, and returned the next morning with a completed design on tracing paper, saying, "Now, that's the way it should be." It opened at Disneyland in 1956 as a place for active exploration rather than passive entertainment. Walt considered it a personal passion project, and it remains the only attraction he designed entirely himself. Question number 10. Which attraction uses a randomized drop sequence, so the experience is different every time? The answer to question number 10 is the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. Fun fact, the attraction uses massive motors, each roughly 12 feet tall, 7 feet wide, and 35 feet long, that accelerate 10 tons of weight at 15 times the rate of the world's fastest conventional elevators. Top speed hits about 39 miles per hour, which is actually faster than a natural free fall, creating that stomach floating sensation of weightlessness. And the drop sequence is randomized, so you never know how many drops you'll get or in what order. Wow, that we have reached halfway. We will pause for a few seconds and then move to remaining 10 questions. Are you ready? Here comes question number 11. What was the original acronym meaning for Epcot as envisioned by Walt Disney? The answer is Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow. Do you know? Walt envisioned a real city of 20,000 residents who would live, work, and test new technologies, connected by monorails and underground roads. He said it would be a community of tomorrow that will never be completed. Walt died in December 1966, and without him the company abandoned the city concept. What opened in 1982 became a theme park, though echoes of the dream survive in the monorail and Uladors. Question 12. In Toy Story Land, how large are the human footprints left by Andy on the walking paths? The answer to this question is 12 feet long. Fun fact, the entire premise of Toy Story Land is that guests have been shrunk to toy size and are playing in Andy's backyard. At 12 feet long, Andy's footprints suggest he'd be wearing roughly a size 240 shoe, making him about 80 feet tall. Everything from the Tinker Toys to the crayons to the board game boxes is scaled to make you feel tiny. It's one of Disney's most cohesive examples of environmental storytelling. Question number 13. Which iconic frozen treat is famously served at Aloha Isle in Magic Kingdom? The correct answer is Dole Whip. Here's a fun fact. The Dole Whip was invented in 1983 specifically because regular ice cream melted too fast in Florida's brutal heat. Food scientist Kathy Westphal created a non-dairy, powder-based soft serve formula that happened to be vegan, gluten-free, and only about 110 calories per serving. From 1984 to 1986, it was a Disney World exclusive before spreading to Disneyland. Today, it has genuine cult status with its own merchandise line and over a dozen flavors. Here comes the next question. Question 14. What material is the exterior of Cinderella Castle primarily made of? The answer is fiberglass, steel, and concrete. Fun fact, there isn't a single real brick in the entire 189-foot structure. It's built over a 600-ton steel framework, clad in fiberglass, concrete, gypsum plaster, and plastic roof tiles. The bricks are pure illusion, and so is the height. The upper stories are built at progressively smaller scales. A trick called forced perspective that makes the castle look much taller than it actually is. Question number 15. Which mode of transportation was a personal passion of Walt Disney and Circle's Magic Kingdom? Correct answer to question number 15 is Walt Disney World Railroad. Fun fact, the 4 steam locomotives aren't replicas. They were originally built by Baldwin Locomotive Works and purchased from a narrow-gauge railroad in Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. Disney's transportation chief Roger Broggie tracked them down and bought all 4 for $8,000 each. They were shipped to the Tampa shipyards, which happened to be owned by George Steinbrenner at the time, for full restoration. The oldest dates to 1916, and together they carry roughly 3.7 million passengers around the 1.5-mile loop every year. Question 16. Which coaster at Hollywood Studios launches guests from 0 to 57 miles per hour in under 3 seconds? The answer is Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith. Do you know this fun fact? Going from 0 to 57 miles per hour in just 2.8 seconds, riders pull up to 5 Gs through 3 inversions in total darkness. Each limousine-shaped vehicle packs 125 speakers, 24 subwoofers, and over 32,000 watts of amplifier output for a full concert-level soundtrack. Aerosmith's Steven Tyler and Joe Perry were directly involved in designing the pre-show experience. As of 2026, the coaster is being rethemed to feature Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem from the Muppets. You are down to last 4 questions. Here's next question. What is the name of the vacuum-powered trash system used to keep Magic Kingdom clean? The answer is AVAC. Fun fact, AVAC stands for Automated Vacuum Collection, and it's one of the most quietly remarkable engineering achievements at any theme park. Trash dropped into any of the 17 collection points gets sucked through pneumatic tubes at 60 miles per hour and delivered to a central compactor automatically every 15 minutes. The system was installed when the park was built in 1971, inspired by Swedish technology. It's a huge reason Magic Kingdom stays spotless, and why you never see a cast member pushing a trash cart through your castle photo. Question number 18. Where can you find the Living with the Land boat ride that explores the future of agriculture? The answer is Epcot. Fun fact, Living with the Land isn't just scenic, it floats guests through a working agricultural laboratory. The greenhouses span 2.5 million square feet and produce over 30 tons of fruits, vegetables, herbs, and fish annually, much of which ends up on plates in Epcot's restaurants. Techniques on display include vertical growing, hydroponics, and aquaculture, with tilapia raised alongside tomato vines. One famous feature is Disney's tomato tree, a single plant trained to grow to tree size that has produced thousands of pounds of tomatoes from one root system. Question number 19. Which Victorian-style resort is considered the flagship hotel of Walt Disney World? The answer to question number 19 is Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. The Grand Floridian, which opened in 1988, was modeled primarily on the Hotel del Coronado in Coronado, California, the iconic 1888 Victorian resort famous for its red gabled roofs and grand seaside presence. Disney's architects pulled additional inspiration from Florida's Bellevue Biltmore Hotel to create an American Victorian Queen Anne masterpiece. It's considered Disney's flagship resort, and Victoria & Albert's inside the hotel has held AAA's 5 Diamond Award every year since 2000. Here comes the last question. In the Haunted Mansion, which happy haunt is seen in the attic surrounded by her 5 late husbands? The answer is Constance Hatchaway. Fun fact, as guests float through the attic, they pass wedding portraits documenting Constance's 5 marriages, starting in 1869. With each new husband, she wears the same wedding gown, but gains another strand of pearls, going from 1 to 5 by the end. Each portrait also shows the husband's face mysteriously fading away, hinting that Constance didn't exactly wait for natural causes. Her 5 husbands include a farmer's son, a banker, a marquis, a railroad baron, and a real estate heir. That wraps up our Disney World Ultimate Trivia Quiz. Count up your correct answers and see where you land on the scoreboard. Please leave a comment with your score. If you enjoyed this quiz, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Thanks for playing.